Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my Let's Play series. And today we are going to start with not start, but continue with some more Project E. Oh, hello Spider. Continue with some more Project E and hopefully also start with an early power system. So let's go ahead and start getting organized and let's get started. So while off camera in between episodes, I went ahead and did a little bit of changes onto my design. Instead of having glass all throughout on the sides, I made it with basalt, and then the rooms are going to look like so. And I still continue with the doors, with this kind of model of doors. I think it looks better than with the glass. And I still using glass all throughout for the to be able to have light. I also went ahead out here and connected the base over to our um, mine down there, and all this upstairs, all this up here is glass, as well as made a connection over to our portal to the nether. This is not finished, but you have an idea. Over there, we're going to continue our rooms as needed. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and close this door and utilize these 4 rooms that I've already set up. I have a couple of ideas of what. So let's go ahead and start with the first room. So one of the things that I need, we are going to start for power, we're going to start with big reactors. And something that we need for reactor is yellorite. Now, I really don't have a lot of yellorite. I have 12 yellorium dust here, and over here we have 52 yellorium ingots. And I have been, as you can see, I am full now on my system here, as well as I have plenty of dusts from metals, and I still have not been able to run into a lot of yellorium. So one of the things that I'm seeing we're going to be using Project E for is for the yellorium. And so with that, let's go ahead and get started with something here. So one of the things that I want to do for Project E is I want to start creating some ENC. And for that, let me go ahead and do this. Project E. Okay, so in Project E, we need an energy condenser. And this energy condenser, what it does is it takes light. It takes power from the light and turns it into EMC, and then it turns that EMC into whatever item we put in the chest or in the energy condenser to create. It is made by using an alchemical chest and then surrounding the alchemical chest with diamonds and obsidian. Let's go ahead and get that done. We have the energy condenser, alchemical chest. So we're going to do 1 chest, and then we are going to do the energy condenser. That's it. No, that's it. I think that is because I have the energy condenser in my inventory. So let's go ahead and take something out. Let's take this potion seed. I'm not supposed to be here. Anyway. And now we can put this, and we can make our, possibly, our energy condenser. Okay. Now that we have the energy condenser, what we need to do is we need to make, let's go ahead and make a few of these. For now, let's make, I make 4 or 5 of them for now. I think I have enough for that. I don't know that I have enough diamond, which is the big concern here. So let's go ahead and take, let's see what we can do. So let's start with 4. 4 is good. And with those 4, so 4 times 6 is 24, so 20 for this. And now we can, oh, and we would also need furnaces. 4 furnaces is good. All right. So now I'm sure we can make 4 of these steps. Perfect. And so how we're going to do this is when you put one of these down, go ahead and do this real quick. When you put one of these down, as you can see, it starts taking it from the top, it starts taking EMC and it starts charging EMC. That's what it does. And if we take that and we put it along the energy condenser, let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's a couple of things that you can do here. First of all, if the top is open, then it will take the light and it will transform the light out in the environment onto EMC. If we block this top, we have to plug, like for example, right now, this one is charging, and all of them are charging. Oh, you know what? I need a wheel. That's so let's go ahead. Because otherwise, yeah. So the relay, okay, so we need another block. Okay. So if I remember correctly, I don't exactly know here, and I'm learning as we go here. Trying to remember how to this. So if we put we put that, and then we put our relay. And the relay, if I remember, can be surrounded by these little guys here. And now, for example, let's go ahead and put a red set. As you can see, it's taking the energy from 4 energy force, putting the energy into the relay. The relay sends the AMC over to our energy sensor, where the energy sensor starts making whatever it is that it happens. So in this case, it's a redstone and but there's another use that you have also of energy collectors. Those energy collectors you for any time you start with coal, or you can put redstone, or different type of item. Let me go ahead and put it right here. What it's going to do is going to put it on this item this inventory here, and then it's going to charge that you'll see, turning it next year up. And the reason why you this is you can see it's just here to move the call, I believe is going to flow so, and it's going to continue process all the way up until it gets to that now. And ultimately, that's what we want to red matter to go ahead and sell some gem armor that we're looking and have as so we're going to do that here. We're going to yellow. So I'm going to take yellorite and yellorium rather, and allow the chest to make some sort of sorting right now to be their system. You can also help some people say that a lot of redstone, and I want to help using yellorium. You go ahead and plug the redstone there, and the chest is going to eat whatever you put in here to make more whatever. And pH is just same as you can see, or you mean this 4,000 EMC, and so the moment that it's 4,000, it automatically. So there's something that you can do here that is called a flower. And that's what we are going to do. We have the space to make a couple of flowers, maybe 4 flowers. And basically R is an energy dispenser. I believe up to 8 energy collectors. And of course, the collector later on can be upgraded. And the bigger they are, more energy. Right now we have an energy collector one. That's 4 EMC per second. The Mark II will do 12 EMC per second. So it's 3 times much, but in dark matter. And so probably another thing that we want to do, as we have this going, we are going to go ahead and make a couple. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a couple more with all of them. For the following 2, and we're going to do this, right? And then we're going to make 12. Right? Wait. So 3 of these guys. Oh, it's 6. Alright. 2 is it? 2 is it? And we are going to put this 2 over here. So, and you're going to put stack of all of them. And we are going to let these guys process to get to the point where we made some dark matter to upgrade our system, and then some red matter. But we are just going to let those process. We are going to let these process while we work with some. Okay, so while that is doing, I want to go ahead and use the other room we have across the way from ProjectE to build ourselves a reactor. And that will be our first form of energy. Go ahead, toss this here. Toss. Okay, and so to be able to make a reactor, let's see if we have. Okay. Big. And so big reactors. I'm sorry. It's extreme reactors. Big reactors was the other mode that I was playing with a few days. Extreme reactors is what I want. And for the extreme reactors, if you haven't worked with those, these are a multi-block structure, and they really don't have, but I know they don't have a limit of how big we can make it, but it only gives us yellow. And it has 2 types of modes, if you will. You have the passive cooling reactor, which basically takes yellorite and turns it into power into RF. And then you have the active cooling, which is through a turbine. And we'll eventually upgrade to the turbine later on, but for now we are going to do only passive cooling. And so we are going to start, since we don't have a lot of yellorite, we are going to start with somewhat of a small one. I'm not sure exactly how big we're going to be able to get it, but let's go ahead and get it started. So for that we need extreme reactors. We are going to need some casing. So the reactor casing, it's made using graphite, iron, and then the reactor casing, which is also graphite, gold, and redstone. So let's make sure that we have our gold, all our iron, and the graphite. Okay. We're also going to make some redstone. Since we don't have much space here to craft, I want to go ahead. And so let's use this table here, and we are going to make some something now. Let's go ahead. Let's see. If I want to make the start, I just want to make 3 by 3, 3 by 3 by 5. So we should need. Let's see, each one of this will make us 4. Let's go ahead and start with 11, 12. That should be enough to make. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Oh, another thing that I did also, and that I'm going to continue doing, and I'm not going to go from there, but I will show you a little later on. Um, I am going to open up the entire area down on the bottom. It's going to be a huge hole underneath with tunnels, and that is going to be where we are carrying all of our power lines and all of our gas lines and everything else is going to go through those holes. And so that is something that I was also doing off camera. And I have no idea where my pork chops went. There. Oh, why did I put them there? All right, but I need to put them pork chops. All right, good. So let's go ahead. Since we are going to make a small reactor here, let's go ahead and do it on top. Not too fancy. It's going to be basically a 3x3. And then later on, we are going to make it. Oh, goodness. I can count. Sure, I can count. All right. And that. So now we have 3x3. And this needs to be filled on the top. And then definitely going to need more than 8, but not a lot. So we had enough to make the base, but we are going to need it. We have to fill out the sides, and we have to fill out the. All right, let's go ahead. And so another thing that we need to do, and this is important, is we need to make a controller. So for that, we need already some yellorite, some diamonds, whatever yellorite we have, or yellorium, and then a few diamonds. And I know that we are also going to need some glass. Okay. So let's go ahead and make a controller. Now there's a few things that a controller needs. Those. Let's go ahead. Okay. And, oh. All right. So we need one reactor controller. The controller is where we control the reactor itself. We are going to need 2 of these access ports. And for the access ports, we need some chests. Let's see, we have chests. Yep, we have chests. We need 2 chests, and we need, what else? Pistons. We have pistons. No, we don't. But we have pistons. We need some points. Alright. And I should be able to start making it now in the system, but we are here. Okay, so let's make a couple of this. So we need 2 pistons. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's get some cobblestone here since I've been throwing all of my cobblestone in the system in ProjectE. I've been turning it into MC. Okay, so pistons. For now, I know we need 2 pistons, and then we're going to make 2 of these. Great. So we need 2 of those. We need a power tap, and the power tap is where we're going to get power out of. So we need 1 of those now, and we are going to need a couple of these reactor fuel rods, and then we're going to need a control rod. we got enough to make all this. Let's go ahead and we can see we can complete our reactor. We need more than what I have here, but let's go ahead and close it like this. We're going to put a reactor port with where the reactor rod's gonna go, and then the yellorium fuel rods are gonna go in the middle. Now, one more thing that we need, aside from a few more of this reactor casing, is we are going to need a way to cool the reactor fuel. And I'm not much of a technical person, so I cannot tell you exactly how many degrees it's going to get cooled with what and how that is going to work. All I know is that we have to cool it. And so to cool this, from what I understand, the best thing that we can use right now is graphite at the beginning. And so we are going to make some graphite blocks. And I think, let me see, since we have 4 sides and 2, so we need 8 of these. The rest is just going to be air. I'll show you here in a minute. And then let's make some more reactor pieces. And since we are going to need it later on anyways, we can just go ahead. All right. So let's finish closing this. And let's put, what is that? Something's making an awful noise, and I have no idea what that is. It's a husk. I'm not sure. Oh well. Let's not have many squirrel moments. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I am putting this right next to the yellorium rod just to cool it. That is basically what's going to cool it. And then I'm going to fill the rest of this little guy. I'm going to put reactor controller here. It's here for now. Like I say, I'm making something in the bottom for power, but for now, we're just doing it this way. Just complete it and back. So now the multi-block structure is finished. As you see, it just took a different form. And now I can access the interface. It tells me that it's applying, and all of these things are going to tell me how hot it is, how many RF per tick is making, and how many millibuckets of yellorite per tick is consuming to make the power that's going to make. And so these guys here are the ones that you use to put the yellorium into the reactor so it can create power. Yellorium goes through here, and then a byproduct comes out on the blue. And the reason that I have two is because on the first one, we're going to set it up to be an input. In this one, we're going to set it up to be an output. And so we can go ahead and automate this just with a simple chest, a couple of cables here, a couple of pipes, I'm sorry. So yellorium goes in, and once it gets processed, it comes out in the form of, I don't remember, it's not bauxite, but it's plutonium. Plutonium is what comes out of there, and the plutonium is what we need to be able to start building our turbine later on. But for now, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be good enough, and we're going to load it up in some yellorite, some yellorium. Took some yellorium, and now if we access here, we're going to see that the core, the fuel, is full of yellorium. And we turn it on, and we're going to see that this little guy, it didn't really take us a lot of resources to do, is only going to make probably about 700 to 800, no, that, 633. That's is probably going to level out at 635, 630. That's what it's leveling. So with those two yellorium rods, is making 630 right tick. This is of course not. It's not going to give us anything, but at least we have one of these guys right now. What I'm going to do, I wanted to show you the basics of how to build one of reactor. But in between episodes, what I'm going to be working on is continue mining in order to get more supplies. More resources, so I can go ahead and make a big um, reactor. The idea is that I'm going to make a reactor that fills this room completely, plus like 3 levels down. Not 3 full levels like this, but like 3 blocks down. And that way I can connect it down on the bottom. I can put these power taps on the bottom and start taking conduits that go out from the bottom to the deep. And so this new reactor I'm going to make is going to fill this room completely. And in the meantime, of course, I have a trusty little energy condenser here, continuously making yellorite, and so we can be able to supply reactor with it. All right, so that is all the time that we have for today. So we did a lot. We went ahead and set up our ProjectE EMC factory here, making first some yellorium, I'm sorry, for our reactors, as well as start cooking some fuel in order to start our process to get to dark matter and then red matter. And then we went ahead and did a small reactor to show how it works, and we are going to continue building the reactor in the episodes in order to make a huge reactor that is going to keep us supplied with energy for the first few things that we put together. So with that, folks, we are at the end of our episode today. Thank you again for joining me. I will have much more surprises for you in the next one. And for now, signing off. Take care, be safe, and see you later.